what you study or what you study is not who you are. So don't be stuck with the idea that I studied this, so I must be this person. If you are a young person here, you're in the graduate here, or you're a graduate here, or you're planning to go to university, I have this in mind, that the world has been designed in such a way that you can study anything and become anything. So don't limit yourself. Peradventure you found yourself studying English. Someone said that earlier, right? You found yourself studying English. I want to become something more. You can become something more. Next slide. Now, refined value begins with self. So what this conversation is about is, how can I help you export yourself or your talent, your skill to the global space? Because most times, as young people, we tell ourselves, I want to travel out. I'm not going to travel out. Okay. I'm not going to be known in the world. But the question I want to ask you is, do you have what it takes to give the world the value it deserves? Do you have enough value to give the world? Do you have a polished self to give the world? Or is your wishy-washy self you want to give the world? That's why we have refined value begins with self. To give the world value, it starts from you, or it must start from you. So you can see my screen now. Look at the text here, the R-E capitalized, right? Meaning that there's already fine. Fine is good on its own. But you have to put re in front of it. Refine. Now look at it. Now, re means here to do again, to return, to reinvent yourself. And define is valuable. Meaning that you're already valuable. You're in your natural self, you already have something. You just need to do what? Refine it. Now, to be refined is to keep reinventing yourself until your excellence shows. It means no one here was born with excellence in their body or in their DNA. I wasn't born knowing how to do what I do very well. I wasn't born an optimized profile. I wasn't born being the Stephen lawyer. They just gave me an identity. Or just to name me. You could have given me XYZ. It's a name. If my parents had named me XYZ, everyone would call me XYZ, right? But it's what I do with that name that counts. And what to do with your name. Even if your surname is Marco Polo, for instance. Okay? It's what you do with Marco Polo. And it can be so known that your Marco Polo becomes very, very big. So, to refine means that you reinvent yourself until excellence shows. Next one, please. And yeah, we find it reset, reimagine, rebuild. And the final is precision, quality, detail. See, refined people don't just dream big, they imagine and rebuild. So because as a refined person, if you want to present yourself to the global stage, if you want to quote blow and be relevant, because people don't blow now. Okay, I hope you don't blow and scatter. Okay, if you want to blow and be relevant, you must be that refined person, and you must dream big and reimagine and rebuild with precision. That's refined here. Refined used to reclaim their narrative and realize their brilliance with global relevance. Now this is the most important part for me here. Refined used to reclaim their narrative and realize their brilliance. Now you have to say that Nigeria youth awards this and that. Or they will tell you, because you are born in Ikorodu, you will not do well. Because you are born in somewhere in Yaba, left or right. Okay? That you will not do well. Because you are this, or because you are a failure, or because you are that one, your parents is born, you give birth to silver spoon. Some of us are never born with a spoon at all. Some people say, wood is spatula. I don't know wood spatula. I mean, tomorrow. Get that? Some of us are never born with tomorrow. Right? So, you have to reclaim that and not get stuck with the fact that I was born without privileges. You have to refine and realize your own identity to ensure that you can give yourself as a value to the world. Next one. How many of this site? Do you like to travel or this kind of place? You don't like it? Let me ask you, how many people travel like this? You don't travel like this, right? Next slide. How many of you like this view? You like the view? Okay, next slide. How many like this view? Interesting. You want to travel and come back at night. In fact, I've always imagined as a child that I would travel by air and come back in the night and see everywhere and see everyone on earth looking like ants. Right? Okay. How many like this view? You like the view, right? Now next slide. Hello. Warning. There's a warning here. Before you export, you must refine yourself. Before you say you want to quote unquote japa, you want to live in Nigeria. Before you want the world to know you, you must refine yourself. The effort you see there is just showing that you can travel around the world. But the question is, if you are traveling around the world, what do you want to be known as? What do you want to be known for? Do you want to just blow and then there is, my mentor will say that if you arrive too quick, you leave too quick. If you arrive too soon, you fade too soon. You want to get to know, you want to be this and that. Have you developed yourself? Now, don't hide your value. Okay? Don't hide your value. Now look at this. Many people hide their value. See, the world won't celebrate what it can see. If you are good at something and you only know your family house, only your family members will care. So don't say, my class, if your teacher asks you a question and you know the answer, and you're telling your friend the answer to tell the teacher will recognize your friend. Oh, I know the answer, but I cannot talk. I know the answer, but I'm shy. Why should you be shy? Or you guys lie to yourself because I'm an introvert. At what point have been an introvert?
Pay. I mean, you want to hide yourself or say, I don't want people to know me. Let me just hide myself. Let me not tell everybody. See, guys, tell your story. Don't hide yourself. You are good at something, let the world know about it. If you are good at something, let your teacher know about it. If you are good at something, let your friends know about it, but you must refine yourself. So every now and then, I get to share my story. And for the past 4, 5, 6 years, I've been sharing my story on social media, on LinkedIn and everywhere. And most of the jobs I've gotten in my life and the opportunities I've gotten in my life, I got them because of I put myself out there. But the question again is this. If you're putting yourself out there, how are you putting yourself out there? Are you putting yourself out there as a refined value or as a wishy-washy person? I want to roll now. Now look at this picture. I was in university. Do you remember the first set of pictures? Do you remember them? Now, this was university. I started speaking at my university, right? I went to the University of Ilorin, okay? University of Ilorin, okay? I'm also in Unilag, by the way, as well. I'm in Unilag as well now for my master's program. So, yeah, this is University of Ilorin. Now, this is the first time ever I would travel somewhere outside the state to go and speak. So I traveled to Ilorin University as a guest speaker for the first time. This was it. And yeah, I think it's getting better. The pictures are getting better, right? Yeah, I started wearing suits here to speak. Okay? Yeah, I was invited to speak at the American Society of Quality event at University of Ilorin as well. Next picture, please. Next slide. Okay, it's getting better, right? It's getting better, right? Now, after all what I've gone through, I got my first ever award as a university student. Now, you can clap for me now at that point. Okay, I like that. You guys are good students. Can I give you guys sweets, everybody? Do you want sweets? I'll think about it. So I got my first award here, and from there I went on my first TEDx, my second TEDx, my third TEDx, and after university, I went back to University of Ilorin again as a guest speaker. Spoke at the largest auditorium on campus. You want to clap to that? Now, next slide, I'm showing you something. Now, the world is your stage. Nigeria is your foundation, not your limitation. All this I am in Nigeria or I am staying somewhere in Shomolu, they don't count. From Shomolu to the world. Okay? From Nigeria to the world. So Nigeria is just your foundation. That's why you must build yourself on, and tell your story until the world knows you. Now, tomorrow might be O2 Arena. Tomorrow. How many of you want to become music stars? Okay. Where are the future Burna Boys here? Future Remas. Future Wizkid. Future Davido. Okay. It can be anything. It can be O2 Arena. It can be footballers here. Who are the Ronaldos of this world? The Messis of this world. Tomorrow it can be at the stadium and everybody watch you, and tomorrow it can be at the United Nations headquarters. Nigeria is just your starting point. Next slide. Now look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. First time on a flight. Again. Okay? Again. Now, this is just to show you that I started what? Locally. From one corner in Ikorodu. I grew up in Ikorodu. I was born in Ikorodu, by the way. I was born in Majidu in Ikorodu. Okay? But I am not Majidu by blood. I'm a global citizen. Okay? And I've moved. Yeah? And my first time out of Nigeria, I was invited to speak at an international conference. And I was there. It was fully sponsored for the first time. Now, go again. Look at this. Remember I started speaking to just 10 people, right? 10 people in a room. I think they paid me about 8K that time. 8K, big money. I was so happy. 8K to get me to speak. Wow. Okay? 8K. And now look at me here. I spoke to an international audience of over 300 people, I think. Over 300 of them from around the world. Again, you must refine what? Your value. If I had not built myself, I won't be here. And that's what I'm trying to show you today. Look at this. Next slide. Okay, now, so build something the world cannot ignore. Build something the world cannot ignore. And nobody gets to ignore me when I go out there now. When I introduce myself sometimes in some rooms, Stephen Lawyer, oh, we've heard about you. I'm going to meet you for the first time. And I think with that, yes, look at the picture. My first speaking engagement, 11 people in the room. And this was at an international event. I was teaching global school leaders across the world. And yeah, when you build yourself and refine yourself, all this, what you bring to the table, they will call you to the table. Okay? And if you get to the table and you don't have a seat, go with your own seat. Okay? Now I got to this particular venue. I was the youngest speaker in the room, the only Nigerian, the youngest, and the only black person too. But then, I got there. Thank you very much.
Can we jam our hands together for the amazing presentation? Come on now, I believe we can do better. I still believe we can do better than what we are doing right now. Okay, so how many of us learned something from what he just said? How many of you learned something? Can we just wave the hands? Can we wave the hands? Thank you very much. So I would like to introduce our next speaker. She's a project manager and the executive director of Volunteers Hub Africa, a social impact organization empowering young people, especially from undeserved communities, through meaningful volunteer opportunities that build leadership, innovation, and real-world skills. With over a decade of experience leading youth-centered programs, she has trained and mentored more than 3,000 young Nigerians, equipping them with tools to think critically, act responsibly, and lead with purpose. In addition, she serves as a project management tutor at Travel Tech Academy, where she helps emerging professionals gain clarity and competence for the future of work. A passionate advocate for youth empowerment, community development, and inclusive growth, she believes young people, when given the right mindset and platform, become powerful catalysts for social, economic, and political transformation. Our approach blends storytelling, system thinking, and practical strategies that inspire youth to shift from passive participants to intentional change makers. She has delivered impactful talks on renowned platforms including TEDx, the PMI Conference, Africa NST, and Global Entrepreneurship Week by the Enterprise Development Center, among others. Please, can we just put our hands together and we stand in ovation as we make welcome on stage Chineye Adeleye for our 10-minute TEDx style presentation. Come on, we can do better than what we are doing right now. Thank you very much.
Whoa. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Hope you are doing well today. When the previous speakers were speaking, I was hearing a lot of noise. Are we 2 years old here? I'm sure that maybe the least age that we'll have here, maybe 9 or 10. So it means that we're very mature, right? So I want us to listen in because I'm sure that it costs a lot to put this event together, right? So I want us to ensure that it's value for our time. Are we on the same page? If you're on the same page, say yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. So today I'll be talking on personal branding, right? And I know that that's can be a very big English. So let me calm down, right? How many of you are on TikTok? TikTok. You do all the dance challenge, move your hand, move your leg. Good. How many of you are on Facebook? Great. Instagram? Nice. LinkedIn? LinkedIn. You're on LinkedIn. Amazing. All right. Put your hands together for yourself. All right. So it means I'm talking to the right audience. And this simply means that you already have a personal brand. But the question is, if anyone Googles you right now, what will pop up? Is it just a dancing video or you trolling someone? You know what it means to troll people, right? Maybe someone posts a picture, you say, see her nose, see her eyes, see her wig is. Her wig looks like sponge. I'm sure that some people do all that on social media, right? So the question is, when you are Googled, when your name is put on Google, what pops up? And the truth is, many people just feel like, oh, I'm not a celebrity. I don't need to, do any packaging or whatever. It's not true. It is very important that you even start now so that you start building your track record. What did I call it? Track record. Like our previous speaker, Stephen Lawyer, said, he was saying that how many of us want to travel abroad? I know, even me, I rose my hand up because, come on. If they say it's time for jackpot and I see the money, me too, I'll follow. Right? But the truth is, many people have it easier than other people. Recently, there was a news that, yes, I think it's the US, they must not put their social media on private. They must put it out for everyone to see. So that when the international bodies are doing their research and findings, they can see what they've been posting. So it means that it is super important for you to position yourself for global opportunities. Global opportunities will not just come on your lap. And Stephen has said it. He was able to put all of those videos together. I'm sure if you go to he showed us his LinkedIn page. It shows that for all the opportunities he got, it was because he constantly puts himself out there. And I'm sure that most times we can't even blame ourselves because truth is we are conditioned. I cannot speak Yoruba very well, but let me just try and translate it to English. Some of our mothers and fathers will say, when someone yam is done, you use one hand to do what? To cover it. So most times these things are in our mind. So when you have great things, when things are going on well for you, you're like, I don't want to say, my village people, why are village people only after you? Why are village people not pursuing Dangote? Why? Because his whole net worth is out there. We can see the billions of dollars or millions of dollars is worth. Why is it you that have just 2K in your account that village people are pursuing? You see, so it's our mind, it's our conditioning, but we have to break free from it. I'm standing here today, not because I'm a fine girl. I know I'm a fine girl. Not because of that, but because the convener, Moses, followed me for a period of time, saw the quality of content I put out there, the kind of things I do, the kind of events I speak at, the kind of, content I just put out there. Yes, I dance too. If you go to my social media, you see me dancing in some parts. You see me, doing some interesting and funny things. I'm a very fun person. But when it comes to also positioning myself for opportunities, I don't joke with it. As I'm here right now, I have someone taking my pictures, someone taking my videos I'm going to put online. Why? Because I know the kind of life I want to lead. I'm checking time because I want to ensure that I skip to my time. I want to ensure that the kind of life I want to lead is the one I've already emphasized for myself. And I know that that will not happen until people see me in a certain way. I was in Kigali last week for a project management conference, right? I'm a project manager, right? So For every time I was there, I did a post for every day. I'm not just posting because I just feel like, let me just post. No, I'm posting strategically. I want people, the kind of people I'm looking for to invite me to their speaking engagements. I want to attract some kind of jobs, some $1 million kind of jobs to me. So when they see that this girl is actually very serious, we can actually bring her on board. Because anyone that takes her personal development so seriously that she wants to actually travel out of the country, personally funded, then she must be something. I shared all those stories. I don't care anybody looking at me. I don't bother. I pray and I tell God, God protect me in case there's any village people trying to look at me. I'm not so rich, so why village people pursue me? They should go and pursue $100 and the rest. They should leave me alone and leave us alone, right? But you should be very comfortable to share your story. How can you start? Ask yourself, what do I do that I love? What do I love to talk about? For me, I love to talk about volunteering. And every time on my page, I talked about volunteering for so long before I pivoted into project management. I still run a volunteering organization, but right now I speak more on project management. Why? Because that's the career path I'm towing. And I've been doing so well in it, and I've been getting loads of opportunities. You understand? So ask yourself, it doesn't have to be so serious. It can even be just music. You love to talk about music. You love to sing. Video yourself. Open a YouTube channel. YouTube channel is free. You don't need any permission from anyone. You can open it right now. So when you have a Gmail account, right? Open that YouTube page and talk about what you feel like talking about. If it's that, you love science and chemistry and physics and the rest, talk about it. If you love football, there's a lot of money in it. Talk about it. Every time there's a tournament, or I don't know what they call it, is it Premier League or European League? I don't know. I'm not a football person, right? Talk about it. Or talk about how that hat trick happened. Just talk about it. Before you know it, you start attracting brands to yourself. There are a lot of brand ambassadors that are teenagers, young people, and they are raking money, serious money. So don't waste this opportunity you have as a young person. Ensure to use your social media well. Don't be, and if you've been that person that have been trolling people, posting things that are not so nice, posting some kind of pictures that should not be out there, go back today and clean your social media up. See some pictures that you post that you know that doesn't make sense. Take it off. You posted a kind of picture with a kind of boy that's not looking so good. Take it off. Clean up your page so you start positioning yourself for global opportunities. A lot of young people that are abroad now doing big things, they started from Moshi, they started from Ikorodu, they started from Igondo, from different places, but they told themselves that they will not allow their background to put their back on the ground. And so they kept on pushing till they got to where they want to get to. Social media is that tool. Don't play with it. Don't just see it as, it's just TikTok. It's not just TikTok. I know how much I've made from social media. People reaching out to me and say, Chine, I want you to do this. And I give them my rates. A brand just reached out to me and said, Chine, I want you to help an educational content. We want to put to, the part of it. And it's not going to be free. They're going to pay me for it. I can do it for free. Like speaking, for me, it just comes easy. But people will pay me for it, and I'm like, it just feel like they're dashing me free money. But that just come because, I can talk and I can walk. No, I positioned myself for what I wanted to come to me. So you are the author of your life. God is, but right now on earth, you are the author. Whatever you want to come out of your life, you can write it. Don't do it on social media. Position yourself right now, and you'll see how beautiful your life will be. Thank you very much.
Activated by your right now. Can we just jam our hands together for that amazing presentation?
Right about now, we bringing on the last person from our panel center today to just welcome our S together for Mr. Gospel After as he makes his way to this stage.
Okay. Before Gospel will come on stage, I would like to do an introduction. So I think I got to know Gospel radio in secondary school. And I've been a mentor to him throughout secondary school days. And seeing him from where he used to be, imbibing all the things that we learned while he was adult and other things he learned outside, I am proud that he will be speaking at TYC for the first time. Can you put your hands together for him? And that's why I had to do this special introduction. So on behalf of TYC 2025, let's make welcome my own son, Gospel Akon. Put your hands together for him.
Come on, we can do better than what we are doing. CYC 2025.
Hello, everyone. It's such an honor to be standing before you today. I want us to just rise. Can we rise, please? Can we rise? Can we rise? Everyone, can we rise? Very importantly, can we rise? All right. I want us to jam our hands together for all the organizers of this event. Can we do that? Very well. Louder, 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 louder. Thank you. Thank you so much. And jam your hands for yourself, please, as you take your seat. Thank you. Amazing. Please have your seat. Thank you so much. I call him Bro Moses. Thank you so much, sir, for the honor. So grateful. All right. So today, I want to talk a little bit about an important subject matter, and it's the subject that relates to tech. How many people have heard about tech here? You've heard about tech. I want to ask, what is tech? But I don't have that time. I'll just dive right in. Is that okay, everyone? Awesome. And so, in the year 2020, the world experienced the lockdown. For the very first time, we were told to not go anywhere, to sit at home. We were told to reduce physical human interactions and have more virtual interactions. We were told to not travel in buses where there are groups of people inside, and so many other human to human physical interactions. Pay attention, guys. Hello? We were told to stop interacting physically, and that brought a limitation to businesses. It brought a limitation to so many operations, and it made us derive a new means of communication. Not new, not so new, but it made us go back to research on a better way to interact. It made businesses look for alternative means to thrive. It made people develop ideas to build sustainable solutions to solve the problems that had to do with communication and interaction. People went back to their drawing board and started developing much more tech products that will help businesses thrive, that will help people communicate better, and will help people pass their message to the world. And that was when I discovered tech myself. That was when I discovered decentralization and blockchain technology. In the year 2020, I was working in a supermarket as a sales rep. Do you know what a sales rep is? Yeah. I used to work in my uncle's supermarket, and I used to earn 25,000 naira. And every time I made a mistake in my uncle's supermarket, because I was studying engineering in school, my uncle withdrew 5,000 naira. For every day my sales was not complete, he withdrew 5,000 naira. If you withdraw 5,000 naira from 25,000 naira 5 times, that's how much? It's how much? 0. If you withdraw 5,000 naira from 25,000 naira 2 times, how much is left? You agree with me that today 15,000 naira cannot do much. I just paid 15,000 naira from Lekki down here to Unilag. So I was, let's just say, I was living from hand to mouth. And I needed a change in 2020. The lockdown was on, everything was dying. There was not much I could do. I couldn't teach in schools. I couldn't, because I used to teach in schools at some point. I couldn't do that. There was so much I couldn't do. I had to devise a new means. I had to research on something that would bring generational wealth to myself. 2020, and what year is this? 2025. I don't earn 25,000 naira anymore. I earn in thousands, but not in naira. Can you clap? And I'm saying this honestly, don't worry, nobody can rob me. I'm secured by God. So, and I'm saying this honestly because people need to know and understand that you can change your life if you will change your perspective. And so in 2020, what happened to me was that I changed my perspective. Turn to the person sitting beside you and tell them, change your perspective. When I was living in Lagos, I used to live in the trench. I'm sorry to say this, but I will say it so that you get annoyed. I used to live in the trenchiest part of Lagos. I went back to that apartment today and I shook my head and I said, God is faithful. I used to live in Shomolu. Who knows Shomolu? You should go to Lekki so that you understand that that's something. I used to live in one very small apartment. I used to live in a room with my family, and we were about 6 people in one room. And I know many people can relate with what I'm saying today. Who can relate with what I'm saying? 6 people in one room, 7 people in one room, 10 people in one room. I needed to change that story. Who wants to change that story? I needed to change that story. And so as I drop my mic today, I'm going to tell you 5 steps to change your story and to become someone like me in society today. Number 1, the first way to change your story is to change your mindset. How do you change your mindset? Read, explore, and engage. Read, explore, and engage. Read and read wide. We say humanity thrives on innovation. Tech is changing the world today. What do you know about tech? What do you know about blockchain? What do you know about cryptocurrencies? What do you know about different subject matters in society? Read. The true leaders are readers. That's beyond a rhyme, it's a fact. Read and read wide. Explore. Get to check and ask questions about different subjects. You've heard about cryptocurrency. What do you know about it? Have you tested it? Have you tried it out? Explore options. One of the ways to find your purpose in life is to explore. When you explore different things, you get to find out who you truly are and what your strength is as a young person, as a young individual. Explore. And then engage. What does it mean to engage? It simply means that you are attending conferences, you are connecting with people. You know, we have awesome, amazing, can we clap for our speakers today? You are connecting with them. You are engaging them. You are asking genuine questions as one who wants change. Explore and engage. You know, connect, get numbers, have a mentor. One of the things that helped me was that I had Bro Moses as my mentor.
Have a mentor that you follow. Somebody who is a role model, who is not a musician. Somebody who actually inspires you. You can't be telling me that Wizkid is your role model. Are you a musician? Your role model has to be in line with your purpose. So, engage. Change your mindset. That's the first thing. Number 2, be inquisitive and curious. Be very inquisitive. Ask questions again and again. Ask questions. And test the things that you are asking. Don't just be inquisitive for inquisition's sake. Actually try out the things that you are asking about. Be very curious, especially now where we have artificial intelligence, taking the stage, the front line in the tech space. Get to learn how you can use artificial intelligence to your advantage as a young individual. Get to learn how you can use ChatGPT, Grok, Bard, and all sorts of AI platforms to your advantage. Be very curious. Number 3, connect with people in society who have gone ahead of you. Connect. It's very important that you have what we call social capital. Today, your asset is not only what you have in your bank. Your asset is also the people that you are connected to. Ensure that you are connected to the right persons. And I'm telling you, as a matter of fact, you arrive at the top 1%. I'll stop with 3 for today because of time. Thank you.
How can you change your mindset? Read, explore, and engage. Can we just say that louder? Can we just jam our hands together for Mr. Gosu Akron for that wonderful presentation? Come on, I believe we can do better. Thank you very much. So right about now, we all have our panelists on stage. But before I continue, can we just celebrate them one more time? Come on, we can do better. It can be louder than that. Okay. So right now, we're about to go on the panel session. And to lead us in this panel, sorry. Okay, so at the beginning of the program, there was a trend that was going on. Most of us just came in, and so most of us just came in and we're not really familiar. We're looking lost. Okay, so we have a chance for this year's TYC 2025 themed mind shifts. For those of us that came early, the early comers, TYC 2025. Okay, so it is mind shifts, we are on the rise. So when I say TYC 2025, you say mind shifts, we are on the rise. TYC 2025. Thank you very much. Can we just celebrate yourself one more time? Celebrate your amazing self. Thank you very much. So let's just put our hands together for the moderator of this panel session, in person of Tomi Onitiju. Can we just do better by jamming those hands together?
Hello. Okay, so just let me just summarize what I said earlier. So first of all, you need to know what exactly you want to put out there, right? Social media is already there for us all. There's Facebook, there's TikTok. I know all of us like TikTok because it's always fun. You know, there's LinkedIn, there is YouTube. You know, so once you already know what you want to actually put out there, it's now for you to now craft it. Do you want to make a video content? Do you want to make a written content? Or do you just want to put pictures to pass your message? Because to be honest with you, there are these people, I think these dancers, I don't know if you know this dance group. They started from somewhere, I think in Ikorodu as well. And they've traveled the world. I've forgotten their name, right? Because they were able to tell their story. So see it as you telling your story by yourself. You don't need anybody to tell your story for you. You are out there telling your story for you. So first of all, ask yourself, what exactly do you want to put out there? What's that local content that you want to go global, right? Once you identify, the next thing is, what kind of content do you want to put out there? Is it a video content, is it a written one, is it pictures? What exactly, or do you want to even use AI? Because AI is already out there. A lot of people are doing videos, and they don't even have to show their face at all. Some of them are not even using their voices, right? So all you need to do is, what app can you use to actually put in your story and, you know, then put it out there? Then know how to start engaging other people in that space. Whatever you are trying to do, people have done it before. It's not new, to be honest. There's nothing new under the sun. So find people that are already doing that thing you're doing and see how they are telling their story. Learn from them, connect with them. Most times, if they are big accounts, it may be hard for you to, you know, get to know them personally. But you can start by liking their posts, commenting, sharing, telling them how they inspire you. One day, just shoot them that DM. Shoot your shots, you know, and just tell them that, oh, I do this, I'm very inspired by what you do, and I would love to actually do more. You understand? So these are the steps I would take if I'm actually putting anything out there. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
All right. Please, pause the 8th and 9th row. Please, can you just tell them to stop? Too much, please. All right. So, what strategies did I use to take my content globally? So, what I would say is, understand your why. Understand why you do what you're doing. All right. Understand why you do what you do. Don't just do it because people are doing it. If you do things because people are doing it, you would burn out, you'll be tired, you would just give up one day, and maybe you would just go obsolete. All right, so understand why. For me, understand why I was doing what I was doing. Then I picked a niche I want to be known for. For you, it can be food content. For you, it can be fashion. For you, it can be art. For you, it can be music. So I picked a niche, and after picking that niche, I decided to build expertise on that niche. So it's not enough to pick a niche, but gain relevant knowledge on it. So I developed myself, got better at knowing what I do. I'm not just in education, but I know what is in education. And after gaining expertise, I try to also pick a platform. For me, I started on Facebook at one point in my life. Then I pivoted to Instagram, played there for a while, and I finally pitched my tent with LinkedIn and Instagram at the end of the day. So pick a platform you want to build yourself, especially if your audience are there. For me, the people I want to connect with are on LinkedIn. So I did that. And also share your story. And as you share your story, keep building and evolving. And once you do that, it's going to help you stay relevant and put yourself to the global stage. Thank you, Tommy.
Right, thank you. I think that we all have our individual story. As Steve said,
you can start local and go global. I don't think that there is anything that you can't do internationally if you build yourself. And to be honest, I don't even think there's so, like, some people look at the international stages and think, oh, there's something special out there. But really, it's just the value you bring. I've been in seminars internationally that what I'm saying, it looks like if I'm adding things that they've never heard before. So you actually have something to offer. So first, I'll say build yourself. Personally develop yourself. Be intentional about your development. He also talked about choosing a niche area. You can't be a jack of all trades. For me, I've been in consulting for many years and decided to narrow into development consulting and then focus there in education. And even education is not everything. It's primary or secondary and then technical and vocational. I'm not interested in tertiary. So you need to focus. The more niche areas you've gotten yourself in, the more what you know will become scarce, and then they will be seeking you out to be able to add value. And then lastly, as they rightly said as well, network. Your network will become your net worth. Thank you.
All right. Hello. Okay. So to daily maintain my growth mindset, I read about trends in my niche, right? It helps me stay updated with what is happening around my niche. And then I also get to, there's so much noise. I also get to meditate. Now, when I say meditate, it's like reflection. So I have goals for the year. And in my goals for the year, I have goals for quarters. And in my goals for quarters, I have goals for each month. So one of the things I do is to check on my goals to know how far I have, gone in achieving them. And another thing I do to stay ahead is that I exercise. Do you know that exercising helps your mind? It does, actually. So I go to the gym daily, as much as I can. Let me not say daily. Let me not whine myself. But I go to the gym. It helps my mind. And then I see challenges as opportunities to test my strengths. Because when you have a growth mindset, one of the things you do is that you embrace challenges. You don't see challenges as stumbling blocks. You rather see them as stepping stones. You see them as mysteries that needs you to solve them. So every day in business, in my work, I encounter challenges. Starting a business in Nigeria can be very difficult. And so every day there's something new that you're getting to experience. I embrace challenges daily. It helps. So I'll just stop with this because of time. Yeah.
Okay, so DJ, can we have a little bit of music for a while?
Hi. TYC 2025. I'm not feeling the energy. TYC 2025. Thank you very much. So I totally understand that we've been seated for quite a while now. So right about now, we'll be taking a very short break, a tea break actually. So we'll be going for a tea break. The ushers are on standby already to coordinate us. So please kindly listen to the following instructions. when you go outside to have your snacks, please ensure that you eat outside. You don't bring anything into the hall. And please ensure that while you're having your snacks, you're keeping to time. We don't have much time on our side again. So the ushers will be coordinating us right now, while the technical team would play a music for us. So, ushers, please. Thank you.